Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Brandon, what are we about to do to your car?
Take it apart, make it go faster, get better gas mileage.
And anybody could do this in the comfort of their own driveway?
Yeah, I'm going to do it with a screwdriver, and I don't have the bit with me, but a Torx, which is just a screwdriver with a star bit, and that's it.
So what do you have in your hand?
I have a Spectre cloth air filter.
Oh.
I need that part.
Are you sure?
Yes. And we're going to use it to replace the stock air filter in the car.
And by doing this, you're going to get better performance?
We're going to have the car breathe better, so it will get better gas mileage at highway speeds, and it will have zippier uptake. It will not get better gas mileage if you floor it, which is what usually happens when you add these kind of parts, is you're like, yay, my car goes faster, and then you drive faster, and then you get worse gas mileage. But generally, if you drive the way you used to, it will get better gas mileage. Or if you want to go faster, you push it gas harder, and it will go faster.
So you're doing this as if it's a routine upgrade.
It's a pretty routine upgrade, but one of the advantages we're doing is we're using the Spectre, which is a $40 air filter, and a $10 chrome elbow, and a $4 connector. So we're going to have $45 in this upgrade, and the aftermarket part for this car is a $250 upgrade. And if you want the John Cooper Works Edition, it's a $400 upgrade.
And this is a Mini.
And this is a Mini Cooper. But
all right, so do we get started?
We're going to get started.
You're going to get started.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold the microphone, and Jake's going to hold the camera.
The only delicate thing in this whole deal is there's a Molex connector here. And you just connect it, and that's attached to the mass airflow detector that determines how much air is going past your car. So I'm going to slip that out of the way so we don't beat it up. And then I've already undone the 4 Torx screws, and there's 2 clips on the back. And it comes out, and we're going to take out the air filter. And this is what we're going to replace. And the reason the car is going to breathe better is we're going to go from that small amount of surface area to this much surface area. Okay. So there's a lot less resistance. And the hardest part of this is the jiggering around of getting this thing out. And if you pull it back and then up, it comes out. But the first time I did that, it took me 10 minutes to figure out. Okay, so we're going to install this and basically just tamp down this clamp, and she'll be ready to go.
So could any car owner do this, theoretically?
Yes. Most cars will benefit from having a cloth reusable air filter. The ones that come in most cars are disposable paper.
Yeah. And
the problem with disposable paper is it's not as free-flowing as the cloth. The cloth, though, you have to clean, and it's more expensive. And you should clean it every 7,000 miles.
Clean it with what, soap and water?
They sell special cleaning dependent on your air filter because you want to match the same oil that came with it when you bought it. So Spectre sells a cleaning kit. K&N's the big competitor to Spectre. They sell a cleaning kit. Bosch sells a cleaning kit.
So I take it, by the way you're talking, you've done this before?
Yes. Everything from a 66 Mustang to a Jeep Wrangler to just about every car I have, I upgrade the air filter. It's, a $40 upgrade in most cases, and it's usually good for 3 to 5% on a naturally aspirated car in terms of miles per gallon. And so that's now in place.
And we're going to tighten it with zip ties.
And we're going to tighten it with zip ties after we put the sensor back in place. And
wow.
Poof.
Looks nice.
And
do you have to protect it, though, from the elements? I mean, there was that shield before.
No. The filter is designed to do that just normally, because normally it will suck air in from the bottom. This is a cold air intake. So it's used to having fog and rain and everything blow up into here, into the box.
Okay.
And then we actually added to the exposure because the scoop on the Mini Cooper normally has a block in here, and removed the block so that the air goes through.
Why would you remove the block? Why was it put there?
On the first version of the Mini Cooper, it was a supercharger, and that was an actual ram air. so it sucked air in through it. On the second version of the Mini Cooper, the R56, they didn't do that. But for us, by unblocking it, we're getting more cold air to go, and the cold air is more dense. So at highway speed, we're going to get more air into the car. We may be hurting the aerodynamics some, so at over 100 miles an hour, we probably don't have as much power because we're fighting the aerodynamics. But I don't drive over 100 miles an hour that often.
Fair enough. I never do.
So
Okay, so that's pretty much it?
that was it.
And just about anybody could do this?
I used a screwdriver.
That looked pretty simple. How do I know if I've done it wrong?
The check engine light will come on, and usually the thing that you're going to screw up is you're going to damage the mass airflow detector.
Okay.
And that is an expensive part. That's like a $150 part if you break it. But as long as you disconnect it, you're probably pretty safe.
Fair enough. Would black tape fix the check engine light?
It'll hide it if you're...
Just checking. I've fixed that before.
But you can use duct tape on this. It is just air, and
Okay.
this is not that hot of a spot.
Okay.
So,
But obviously this vehicle has not been run for a few hours, so
yes.
you're cool enough.
You always want to do this after the engine has set for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right, because you could really burn yourself,
Yes.
I'd imagine. All right, well, is there anything else to say about this?
Nope, that's it. We'll zip tie it, and I'm not going to show you how to do that because every person's going to do it a little differently.
So if anybody else has questions on how to, I guess, get more performance out of your vehicle, feel free to drop us a line. Brandon is a part of the Locker Gnome crew, but you know how to get a hold of me, chris@perillo.com, and we will forward on any relevant questions that may make other videos if people are into tweaking their cars.